Good morning. Subcommittee 5 of General Laws will come to order. Clerk, please take the roll.
Delegate Runyon.
I'm present.
All right. It looks like we have a very excited room before us for one very exciting bill. So, Senator Evan, if you'd like to come on up. Senate Bill 391.
Thank you. Well, we discussed the bill in detail last week. The action of this subcommittee, as we discussed, will establish a Virginia cannabis brand. The question is whether the brand will be a regulated confined marketplace for adults or a foreign import crime subsidization program proliferating in schoolyards and in gas stations. And I hope that you will see fit to move the bill forward in such a way that it could go to conference.
Do we have any questions from the subcommittee at all in regards to the bill?
No.
Delegate Campbell.
Madam Chair, I spent most of the weekend pouring through this bill and trying to come to a determination whether now is the right time for this policy in Virginia. Question about whether or not this is the correct vehicle with which to undertake this policy, if in fact it's what we wish to do. There's still a lot of unknowns, obviously, in this. I think this is a bigger issue than we can correct in 2 weeks' time, quite frankly, even if we send it on and move it forward. And I think it's something that the imperative is that we continue to study this over the year, try to get this right. And accordingly, I move that we carry this bill over to next year.
We have a motion to carry over this bill to 2023. It's been moved. Would you like to speak to the motion? Delegate Adams.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Speaking of the motion, I understand the concerns about this bill. I have concerns myself. That being said, currently, if we don't have a bill that gives us a well-regulated adult use market, amidst the backdrop of legalization in Virginia, we are basically providing a year for the growth and strengthening of the illicit market. And the longer we wait to have a regulated market, I think the harder it will be to take control or even compete with that illicit market. And that's why I really think that the motion is something that should fail and that we should have some opportunity to see if we can get in a better place over time that 2 weeks might allow us. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Delegate Adams. Delegate Bulova.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Speaking to the motion, just very succinctly, I just wanted to add, my comments onto Delegate Adams, and so, whether you supported legalization last year or not, I think is very immaterial. I think by rejecting, an opportunity for people to go ahead and purchase cannabis legally, it is to go ahead and say that we're okay with a black market for a year. And my fear, it's not just a no-sum game. The longer we go ahead and wait, the larger that black market grows and the harder it is to go ahead and be able to put in place a legal market. I hope that we will continue to move this bill forward. Yes, there's a lot of moving parts, although quite honestly, there's a lot in there that we were familiar with from last year, so we're not starting from scratch. And quite honestly, we got almost 2 weeks left in this session. We are going to somehow go ahead and reconcile two very different budget bills from the House and the Senate, and I have no doubt that if we put our minds to it, we can go ahead and make this bill work as well. So I hope that we will not support the motion.
Madam Chair.
Delegate Krizak.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate it. I echo what my colleagues have said here. Senator Edmonds worked very hard on this bill. It's very similar to the bill that came out last year. It passed the Senate, I believe, with some bipartisan support. We've had numerous commissions and committee meetings. I'm on the Cannabis Oversight Commission with Senator Evan and Delegate Adams and a few others from your side of the aisle. And we've been working on perfecting this bill and getting it to where we're at now. We still do have, we do have 2 more weeks. If we sent this up to appropriations, we could continue to work on it. I think it's premature to give up when we're so close to the goal line, especially considering the black market and what that entails. And I do think that we have to think of the 3 things that are most important. That's public safety and equity in the marketplace, and also health concerns. And this bill seems to do that. And I think we need to give it a full hearing if we can. Thank you, Madam Chair.
And just before we go ahead and do the voice vote for the carryover, I just want to say to everybody in this room, I know people, including you, Senator, have been worked extremely hard on this bill. There's still a lot of misinformation that think that people cross wires on this issue. And I hope that all the stakeholders and all of the delegates that we have across both chambers and senators work very, very diligently to understand the differences in the market so we can come back next year with a product that will work for everybody. So with that, we have a voice vote before us to carry over to 2023. That Delegate Campbell's made, so it's a voice vote of aye or nay. We can go ahead and put it on the board. Thank you, George.
Delegate Runyon,
Votes aye.
Senate Bill 391 has been carried over by a vote of 5-3 to 2023. And before we adjourn, I'll just announce that there will not be a general laws full meeting after this. So with that, we are adjourned.
Can I ask an inquiry, Madam Chair?